It's got 2 minutes.
2.
Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
I just had to get it all out.
Welcome, guys, to the Torrent This Top 10, the show where Michael and I choose a topic, decide our own top 5, and then compare them to make the Torrent This Top 10 list. Our topic today, best cartoon characters of all time. Now, before we get into things, we must first predict what each other's top 5 will be, so let's start with Michael.
So, through the power of internet, it has nothing to do with the internet. We've set up the cameras, Dando's left the room, and now I'm going to go over what his top 5 are. It's not what I think they are, it's what they are, because I know. So, I don't have these in order except for the number 1. So I'm just going to start off with, he's going to have Genie in there, because he's totally trying to capitalise on the whole, oh, Robin Williams is dead, and look how sensitive I am, because he's that kind of guy. He's going to have Arthur. I don't know what the show's called, but he used to watch this all the time as a kid. I guarantee that's going to be on his list. If I had to put my nuts on the line for anything, it would be that Arthur's going to be on this list. Next, he's going to have Bugs Bunny, because when you talk about cartoon characters, you talk about Bugs Bunny, and he's the voice of the people. He'll feel obligated to put Bugs Bunny on there. And then he's going to have a Simpsons character, but he's not going to want to go obvious with something like one of the actual Simpsons, because that would be so cliched and terrible. So he's going to go Sideshow Bob instead. I just feel, because Sideshow Bob comes back to the last list with like Frasier and all that, yeah. And he's number 1, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not, will be Marvin the Martian, because I think I remember him telling me one time that he really liked Marvin the Martian. That's all I'm really basing that off of. I actually wrote this list while I was driving here, so maybe not as much thought has gone into it as it should have. But I'm pretty confident they're my 5, so let's see what happens.
Okay, Michael's gone. So I think his top 5 is going to consist of Fat Albert, just because I'm pretty sure I remember him saying something about Fat Albert a few years ago. So Fat Albert, he's a fan of Pokemon, so I'm going to say Pikachu. That's going to go one of 2 ways, either horribly wrong or spot on. So Pikachu. I'm pretty sure he likes Dragon Ball Z, so I'm going to go with Goku. I think you have to put a character from The Simpsons in there somewhere, but Michael's not going to put in the stereotypical Simpsons family member, so I'm going to say Krusty. Okay. And finally, I think this is going to be his number 1. He's obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't watch the show, so I don't know any of the characters besides Yugi, but I'm pretty sure he's going to put Yugi as his number 1. So my bet is Fat Albert, Pikachu, Goku, Krusty the Clown, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Yugi as his number 1. Let's see how I go. My number 5 is Wile E. Coyote.
Damn it, I didn't get that.
Did you not? Didn't get it?
Oh, no. He was on my short list.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I just think it's because the fact that he never spoke.
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny annoyed me after a while.
Yes.
It's like, you're a smart ass.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
you to get hurt. He taught you to never give up.
I always felt sorry for Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, so did I.
I thought eventually he should catch the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner was a bully.
Maybe the Roadrunner's being racist to him.
Yeah, and he wants to even the score. But no, Wile E. Coyote was high up on my list. I didn't think it would be that high on your list. And now that you said Bugs Bunny annoys you, I'll cross this one out right here.
Because I thought Bugs Bunny, he would be the most identifiable, was it Warner Brothers? Looney Tunes? Yeah, Looney Tunes character.
Yeah.
But he's one of my least favourite characters.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Wile E. Coyote is my number 5.
My number 5, you don't have this. My number 5 is Genie from Aladdin.
Do you know, I had that as my number 5 and I swapped it with Wile E. Coyote.
So is Genie somewhere else on your list?
No.
Or, oh, okay. I swapped him out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I swapped him for Wile E. Coyote. So Genie is my 6.
Yeah. Now, Genie, I didn't have him in there because it's Robin Williams and he's dead, or because I even particularly like the movie.
One of the reasons I didn't put him in because I was like, oh, you're just trying to jump on the Robin Williams bandwagon, man.
Yeah. But that's not what it is. The reason I put Genie in is because I like the implication of Genie existing. Agrabah, it's this place off in the far distant past, right? Except Genie makes all these references to things that happened in like the 70s and 80s. So it gives you this vibe that Agrabah is actually a post-apocalyptic future. And I just really like that spin on Aladdin.
Confused the hell out of me, man.
Oh, mind blown. But yeah, no, like Genie, he knows what cars look like. He makes jokes about Rodney Dangerfield. So how could he know that if it was in the
pop
past?
culture references.
It has to be in the future.
So yeah, you references pop culture.
After a nuclear war, desert, Agrabah,
I thought he was funny.
Yeah, no, I just like the implication of Genie existing. I think that's really cool.
And did you watch the Aladdin TV series?
very off and on.
I thought you said very often, and then you added to
No,
that.
very off and on. It wasn't high up there for me.
The only thing that annoyed me about the show was the parrot. The parrot's voice. I hate that guy's
I
voice.
never seen one parrot's hanging out with him. Parrot was a bad dude.
It's kind of like, you know, in Space Jam. You've seen Space Jam. Yeah?
I've seen Space Jam.
You know how at the end...
Familiar with the Space Jam.
You know how the Monstars become good guys at the end because they get rid of the boss?
Okay, yeah.
Similar story. I think
Similar
they got
story.
rid of... What was it, Jafar?
Yeah.
They got rid of Jafar and he's like, but I need someone to hang out with. I want to be on your team. So I think
Who
it's-
was that? That's that guy.
Who played Jafar?
No, not Jafar, the bird. It's that comedian!
Yeah. He goes like this!
Face is like this!
He's from Problem Child.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
Not a huge fan.
Okay, so you're number 5, Genie.
Number 5, Gene.
Shall I get
Did
the
you
vibes?
have it on there?
Not on your 5. No.
Yes.
I was so close to putting it on. I'm so disappointed in
The
myself.
score has been even.
Yeah. Okay, my number 4. This one will disappoint you, I reckon. Mm-hmm. And it's purely... This is a nostalgia reason I picked number 4.
Okay.
What do you think it is? Should I just say
Arthur.
it? No. I haven't got Arthur on my list.
Oh, come on!
He was close. He was top 10.
Okay,
But I
yeah.
thought, no. I like
And
the show.
Genie's not on your list either, is it?
No.
Shit, I'm down to 2.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, no.
You didn't have Scooby-Doo?
No, didn't have Scooby-Doo.
That's because it reminds me of I used to wake up every morning and watch Aggro's Kind of Connection.
I thought you were going to say it reminds me of my childhood investigating
That's
serial
it.
killers
Yeah.
dressed up as ghosts.
Well, I love crime shows, and that was sort of my first,
Yeah, first foray into the crime. Yeah, I
it's
get
like
it.
Scooby-Doo NCIS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Scooby-Doo is my number 4. I thought you'd have a big issue with that.
No, I don't have a huge issue with that. Like, I watched it. It's just he doesn't rank... Like, if I was going to pick someone from Scooby-Doo to be my favourite, it would probably be Daphne, just because I had a crush on her back in the day.
Yeah, I think I like Shaggy the most, but I look at it now and I'm like, yeah.
Shaggy's just your typical stoner.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not funny. At 26, it's like, he's done serious brain damage. That's not good.
Yeah, not impressive.
No.
So Scooby-Doo is my number 4.
Speaking of having crushes on characters, this number 4 is on here solely for that reason.
Is it a female then?
Yes,
Then I don't think I have a female on my list for you.
Jessica Rabbit.
Really?
Oh man, Jessica Rabbit is still the perfect female.
I know this, but you rank...
Redhead, busty. Oh my god, man.
What cartoon is she from though? I know she's
not
from the movie.
She's a cartoon.
Hey, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She's a cartoon character in a movie.
Her titties.
Dude, if I found someone, I've seen it on the internet, and that's all I've done to it on the internet. I've only seen it. But if I
done more.
found a girl that could convincingly cosplay Jessica Rabbit, done. You're in my basement. Instantly. Turn to a life of crime.
Have you seen photos of chicks doing that?
Oh, very
it
well.
glorious?
They're lucky it didn't happen in front of me.
So Jessica Rabbit, you're number 4.
That's my number
I
4.
would never in my life have ever picked that.
I knew you didn't get it. And I really liked Who Framed Roger Rabbit as well.
Yeah,
Except
well-
it scared the crap out of
Especially
me
that
as a kid.
scene where I remember he drops the character into the stuff.
Oh.
And I'm like, you just killed something!
Yeah, that's...
And then the guy gets splattered, doesn't he? He gets
Yeah,
run over.
run over by the big wheel thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, what's that called? It's not a
Steamroller.
bulldozer. Steamroller. There
Yeah.
you go.
I remember I used to shit myself.
Oh, yeah. But Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, see, that's a good choice. My number 3
I'm really feeling bad about your list, man.
on the Torrent this top 10 is... Oh, this is the one that's going to bother you the most.
Okay.
My number 3, if he's moved to my number 2, I moved this guy from number 2 to number 3 because I knew it would bother you if it was number 3. What do you reckon it is?
And then I've got Sideshow Bob.
No.
You
don't know me at all.
I was using logic. Last week you used a picture of Seinfeld for the sitcoms.
Yeah.
And then I figured, and it was on your list. And this time you used Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
So I figured it would be on your list.
No, not at all. So my number 3, it's going to upset you so much I can't wait.
So this is my only hope. The number 1.
Nickelodeon show.
Arnold?
Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no!
It wasn't in your 5 list?
No.
Really?
No.
That's the show when I used to...
Football head.
I love that show.
But if you didn't put... You loved Arthur as well.
I did.
So, I'm confused about your list now.
I'm completely thrown.
I know you
Do you
watching Arthur way more than I know you watching Football Head.
I remember Hey Arnold. The reason I liked it was because He lives in a crazy household.
He did.
And you know me. And
Yes.
I lived in a crazy household.
It had its moments.
So I can relate to him in that
Okay.
sense. And the way he dealt with problems.
Yeah.
But also, I still remember when you found out his favourite colour was blue and his favourite number was 5. And that was that's still
I didn't even know that.
But I remember that's watching it. I'm like, that cartoon is me. It's when I had a football shaped head.
You just like the idea of having a girl have a shrine to you in her closet.
I hope they do. I highly doubt it though. Well, what would you do if you found out a girl had a shrine to you?
Capitalize on that.
Your number 2.
My number three, actually.
Jumping the gun.
Well, things happen. My number 3 is Stewie Griffin from Family Guy.
I didn't think you would like Family Guy.
It's, Family Guy is probably not up there in one of my top shows, but when I see it on, I will always watch it just so I can see what Stewie and Brian are doing.
But they've killed. Oh no, Brian came back, didn't he?
Yeah. So Stewie's one. I'm looking off camera. It's like, why is there a dog whining at me? Stewie, yeah. Does he not like Brian?
He's like, they killed him.
Is this some weird territory thing?
For those of you watching, my dog Jet, I think he wants to go to the toilet. But we're not letting him go to the toilet because we're filming for you people watching at home. Continue.
It's aggressive. Stewie, he's a megalomaniac, egomaniac. I think a megalomaniac and egomaniac's the same thing. Homicidal, genocidal, baby with dreams of taking over the world.
As worthy number 3.
Yeah, I like
He
that.
was in my top 5, but the reason... should I get to my number 2? Because this ties in. Right.
Okay, sure, go for it.
Okay, so my number 2 was... Well, Stewie was originally in my top 5, but I replaced him with this character because...
I'm just getting ready to mark one off. I gotta have one.
Eric Cartman. Because...
I got none. I got nothing on your list.
You might have my number 1.
We can only hope. I need to save page.
Yeah, as long as you didn't think Arthur was my number 1.
No, I didn't. By the way, also my number 2.
Eric Cartman, because I had Stewie in for the reason that I felt that he paved the way for a new breed of, controversial cartoons on television. Mm-hmm. But Eric Cartman was doing that 5 years prior.
Yep.
So I felt he took precedent.
Yeah, well, no,
Over Stewie.
he's on my list, and he's higher than Stewie on my list.
Where was he on your list?
Number 2.
So we have an even number 2.
We matched up. But no,
What'd you say last time? No wonder we're buddies.
no wonder.
Eric Cartman,
Tagline for the show.
he is pretty much the face of South Park, isn't he?
Yes.
And
He is the Stewie of Facepark.
Facepark? What? Where did face come from? Oh, he's the face of Facepark. No, but I feel he's way more controversial than Stewie because Family Guy is very similar to the Simpsons in the sense that they have to write the episodes a long time in advance.
Yeah.
Whatever. So stuff that might be topical, it's stuff that was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Where South Park, what is it, like 4 days to make an episode?
Yeah, 4 or 5 days. I watched a documentary on it. Seems pretty hectic.
So they've probably already made an episode. It's probably already aired about the new celebrity leaked scandal. Something like that.
It would have to. That was like weeks ago.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're straight onto that, which is awesome.
Yeah, no, I think that's really good. And, Cartman says a lot of things that normal people can't get away with saying. I mean, I think he kind of stands out as one of those... when a situation's getting a little too ridiculous, like the whole bullying thing, I feel like they use Cartman to be like, hey, this is kind of ridiculous. It's just kids being kids. How about we... Yeah.
That Cartman's the kind of character where... And this is just going off what I've known from South Park. You know how everyone was jumping on the Robin Williams bandwagon?
Yes.
And depression?
Yes.
Not that they shouldn't have done that, but it got a bit out of control. All these people saying, oh, depression's a big thing, blah, blah, blah. Where were you guys, 5 weeks ago? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
when someone not famous was killing themselves.
Yes, I feel like Cartman's the kind of character where in the next episode of South Park, he'll be saying this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He'll
be the character that is so caught up with Robin Williams killing himself, and then a friend of his will kill himself and he won't even care.
Yeah.
And they'll use that.
Tongue in cheek kind of thing. Yeah. But Eric Cartman, my number 2, your number 2.
Does that mean I can go straight to my number 1?
Do it.
Alright. Flipping the script. My number 1, and you don't have it. I'm telling you right now.
Can I have a guess?
Go for it.
Yugi?
Oh, you're close!
Really?
You're so close! But you're on the wrong team.
I don't know.
Yugi's not an anti-hero.
I don't know any characters from Yugi.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But I was...
You got the show.
I've never watched the show in my life.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he loves Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I do.
It's got to be Yugi. That's the only character I knew.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the king of games. But this
I'm actually kind of proud of myself. I kind of nailed it.
This is why I said at the start, I don't care if you consider an anime or a cartoon. You're going on my list because basically you're the same thing. But my number one is Seto Kaiba, which is Yugi's rival.
Okay.
And the reason I like him he's got so much moxie. There's all these guys with like ancient Egyptian spirits living in them, and they're battling for souls and stuff. And then here just comes regular guy. He's rich, but he's still just regular guy Seto Kaiba, who's like, you know what? I don't care that I'm in over my head. I don't care that there's million-year-old spirits battling for each other's souls. I'm just going to come in and win. So that's what I do.
He's Tony Montana in the final scene of Scarface.
Yeah, but no, he wins. He doesn't get taken out. He just comes out and he's just like, you know what? You might have the superpower of ancient Egyptian soul. I have the superpower of money. Deal with it. And then he just goes.
So does he defeat Yugi? I've never watched the show, so I don't.
I think he beats. He does.
Can you explain Yu-Gi-Oh, the show?
Yes.
Was it just guys playing card games? Or did they play cards on the show, or was that just a card game based on a show?
No, they were playing card games, but not for the stakes that me and you would play a card game for. They were playing for souls
Okay.
and control of the world.
How do you know I don't play card games for that?
If you figured out a way how to, please let me know, because I'm very interested in it.
Now, my number one. Do you want to have a guess at what you
Marvin
think
the
it
Martian.
is?
Damn it! You like him though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was you I was thinking of. Okay, so I didn't get one.
I felt that I've already had one Looney Tune in the top 5. I can't put more in.
I didn't get one on this entire
Neither did I. I came close. Like, if I had watched Yu-Gi-Oh, I probably would have gone.
Marvin the Martian.
No, what? Mate, when did I last tell you I like Marvin the Martian? Like, I like him, but I don't love him.
I don't know.
I like... What?
I don't know
I
anymore.
like Wild Coyote far
This
more.
can't go to air. This is embarrassing.
No, have a good think about it. What do you think my number one is? Have a good think about it. And it's not something that's like...
It's not a Simpson.
Have I said one yet?
So it is a Simpson. Is it Homer?
Homer Simpson.
Okay.
How did you not guess that?
Because I thought, when you look at the cast of The Simpsons show, there's so many more compelling characters than Homer.
Name one.
Sideshow Bob.
He's not in the show. Nah.
Bart Simpson.
Nope.
Lisa Simpson.
Nope.
Maggie Simpson.
Nope.
Marge Simpson.
Nope.
Mr. Burns. Mr. Smith. I'm just naming characters that are more compelling than Homer Simpson.
Really?
Mo Sislak. Lenny. Carl.
The show is based around Homer Simpson.
And I understand that, but he's just such a bore.
In what sense?
Like whether it's he's flirting with being bisexual or he's being lazy at work. I mean, it always feels like it's just...
My opinion is that Homer Simpson is one of the most relatable characters to like people in the world.
I can't relate to him at all.
Why?
He's stupid, fat, and lazy.
You're only 3 of those
And I'm
things.
only lazy.
I was going through my favourite Simpsons quotes, and
Yeah.
he is pretty much every single one of them.
Look, I'm not shitting on your
No,
choice.
I don't care if you are, it's your
No, I'm
opinion.
not. I mean, it's all opinion. I mean, if you like Homer, you like Homer.
I picked Homer because I feel he best represents the Simpsons as a whole. And I feel without Homer, the Simpsons wouldn't exist today.
Okay. Yeah.
The Simpsons started off as a show based around Bart.
Yep.
And then they realised there's only so much you can do with an 8-year-old kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then they transitioned, I think it was like season 4 or 5-ish, to more Homer-based stories. And the show's been... Granted, the shows aren't that good anymore.
Yeah.
But the show's still going 20 years later, and it's because of the character Homer Simpson, I believe.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, personally, if I had to have someone from The Simpsons on my list, you would be hard-pressed to find someone that I would want to put on there less than Homer. And you know what I think about your number one, just to bring it all full circle?
What is that?
Worst on the list.
What, really?
Terrible. But I'm not judging you.
I
It's terrible. But I'm not judging you. But you're a horrible human being. But I'm not judging you.
Would you have liked to have had Cartman as my number one? Who did you think my number one was?
Marvin the Martian.
Oh, that's right, Marvin the Martian, of course. That was
Yeah.
that was a terrible guess.
I feel...
Not even I would go that obscure. I'm not a hipster, dude.
I feel like sometimes you are.
What did you think my top 5 was going to be?
So I thought you would have Genie on there.
Yeah.
I thought you'd have Arthur on there. I thought you would have Sideshow Bob on there. I thought you would have Marvin on there. And I thought you would have something that I have fucking scribbled out. I've obliterated it. It looks like tea sucks.
What did that say?
What did that used to be? Jesus?
What does that say? Bugs Bunny.
Bugs.
All right,
I
I
thought you'd
thought
have
yours
one.
was number 1, Yugi.
Yep.
Pikachu,
Close.
Pikachu.
Oh, you don't know me at all. Oh, God.
I couldn't think of any other Pokemon.
Worse than Homer.
Yeah, Fat Albert.
Never watched the show.
But I just thought it would be one of those shows you watched as a kid with like your mum or whatever.
No,
and you just would
never.
refer to it. Goku. I thought you'd love Dragon Ball
Hate
Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Really?
Worst show on TV. Okay, that could be a little excessive.
I could have sworn.
I never enjoyed an episode.
No,
of
no,
Dragon
I have
Ball Z.
know why I've been confused.
What?
Remember once you asked me to buy the DVDs of like the burnt ones up for you
Yeah.
ages ago?
Yeah.
I bought Yu-Gi-Oh, but the guy sent me Dragon Ball Z by accident.
Yeah.
That's why I was confused.
And I was so unhappy. I still have all my old Yu-Gi-Ohs on VHS.
And I just had a Simpsons character, but you
No.
didn't have a Simpsons character. But yeah, that's what
Definitely
I thought.
not Homer.
We definitely don't know each other about cartoon characters.
No. This has been illuminating, and I don't think I'm going to come to your house anymore.
Oh, we did agree on Eric Cartman.
We
number
did.
2.
Alright, that saves it.
But I think Stewie and Cartman are the same.
That saves it. I'll come to your house and continue recording things.
So we also posted on the Facebook page this morning what you think, what all you people at home think are the best cartoon characters of all time. So let's get into them. Darren Dando, my uncle, he says number 5, Wile E. Coyote, same as me.
Yep.
Ned Flanders, who you probably
More
like
compelling
more
than Homer.
Yeah. Cartman at number 3. Where did we have number 2?
Yep,
So
2.
we had Cartman. Scooby-Doo, which I had at number 4. And he had American Dad's Roger at number 1.
Yeah, I like Roger.
That was American Dad. So.
I'd go with the fish if I was going to go with
Yeah.
American
Was
Dad.
it Klaus?
Klaus.
Why do you like Klaus so much for?
I just like his backstory.
You just want to be obscure.
No,
What is his backstory?
he's a German gold medal winning swimmer whose brain has been put into a goldfish.
Gurja. This is G-R-J-A. That's his name?
I need to get really fat so I have jowls so I can go grrr.
He said, I are Baboon, which is from I Am Weasel.
If you say so.
Unit 1 from Evangelion?
Evangelion.
Evangelion, yeah.
I think that's how it's pronounced. Never seen the show.
Okay.
I just know stuff.
Butters from South Park.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Butters, which one's he? Is he the one that's slightly... No, that's Timmy.
No, it's
Butters is the one that's sort of... He replaced Kenny, didn't he?
yeah, for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mordecai from Regular Show.
Oh wait, I do know the regular show. Yes, I know that. I think he's a blue bird.
Okay. And Frank Grimes from The Simpsons, which is one of the most obscure characters you can have from The Simpsons, but a very good one.
And he is...
More compelling than Homer Simpson.
There you go.
Thomas Gant says number 5, Dick Dastardly from Wacky Races.
Yeah, Muttley would have almost made my list.
Very good laugh. Character from Banana Man, Eric. Did you ever watch Banana Man?
Nope. Didn't even know it was
It
a
was
thing.
sort of... I wouldn't have gone out of my way to watch it, but it was always on in between like Rocco and something else. Like the 5-minute
Yeah.
interim show.
I wouldn't have gone out of my way to eat it. Because he's a banana.
They're making a Banana Man movie for you Banana Man fans out there. Kida or Keita from Atlantis.
No idea.
Don't know the show, unfortunately.
Stargate Atlantis?
Maybe.
Not a cartoon.
Baloo from The Jungle Book, but this is from his show, Tailspin.
Yep.
Good show, check it out if you haven't already. And Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Craig Rowland, he says, besides anime characters, because anime and cartoon are different,
So, anime is so much better than cartoons. I don't even know why you bother.
he says SpongeBob SquarePants.
Terrible.
Not a
Just
huge
terrible.
fan.
Terrible.
It just,
I think there should be a rule that you don't be mean to the viewers. Terrible.
it's not a good show.
Terrible.
I used to watch it and then I sort of wake up to myself.
I'm coming. Not funny. Terrible.
that?
That's like one of his things. No, I'm coming. That's dirty.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And that's from a
I'm
song.
ready. Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, is that why the song says that?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And he also says Johnny Bravo.
Never watched the show.
Neither did I, but it was very popular for a time. James Crabtree Morton, who we all know. Do we love him?
Do we all know him? Do we all know him?
Does Bane know?
No.
I highly doubt so.
I do not know him.
He says Mr. Garrison.
Once I've met him.
Mr. Garrison's a good character. However, one time I turned on South Park and he was getting a sex change. And they showed footage of an actual guy getting a sex change.
Yeah.
I'm actually crossing my legs as I say that. Turned me off South Park for a while.
That's understandable.
But they didn't warn you. It was gonna
No.
It just happened. I was like,
It's happened.
it startled me for a bit. Anyway, the brain, who you
Yep.
were going to have.
I was thinking about it.
Tim, I'm assuming that's Timmy from South Park.
I
Tim.
think you're assuming wrong.
It's not Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Could be.
Is he cartoon?
Could be.
He does cartoonish things.
There's a video game at the start of their intro
There is.
thing.
Some
So
possibly. If that is, that's very well done, James. Kif, which is the green alien. Who's the dude that's his boss? I should know this. Brannigan. Zach Brannigan. Yeah. And Grandpa Simpson, who is...
More compelling than Homer.
Roy Green says Bender. Randy Marsh gets a mention from Ryan Sarah. And Nathan Bolcher, I work with, says Roger Rabbit, who is almost like Jessica Rabbit without titty. So thanks for watching the Torrent List Top 10 Best Cartoon Characters of All Time. Rate the video, subscribe to our channel, post any thoughts you have on our top 10 below. Michael likes to respond.
I do.
You haven't done any. I've been writing.
Have there been comments?
There have been.
I didn't even...
You know what's funny?
I don't have a login.
Well, I'll tell you the password.
I'm going to get on Twitter. It's going to be TT Michael.
Do you want to take over Twitter?
Torrent this... No, I'm doing my own. TT Michael. Torrent this Michael. Unless it's
Can't
taken.
do that.
Why not?
Because you're stealing our brand.
I'm not stealing your brand.
Anyway, just comment, tell us what you think. Michael likes to respond eventually.
One of these
Once he
days.
knows the login details. And any final words, Michael?
Yugi! It's time to duel!
Hey guys, don't forget if there's a list you want to see, you gotta tell us in the comments. And make sure you like and subscribe so you know when we do it!